morning. Okay, Tuesday the 14th of April. This is Sair Fecht for total beginners. And today's workout is a chipper, which means you start at the beginning, you work all your way through each movement before you move on to the next one, and you finish at the bottom of the list. And in this case, that will be the last of 10 step ups or step overs. So the whole thing's for time, but what I suggest for you is you've got a couple of options here. One is that you set a timer for 25 minutes and then you just limit yourself to that and stop at the end of that. Remember, you always want to live to fight another day and do another workout, okay? So you don't want to wreck yourself today and not be able to do anything for the rest of the week. So that's one option, a 25-minute time cap, and then just start working your way through. The other is to, I would maybe still have the 25-minute time cap, but half the reps. Okay, so instead of 100, do 50, instead of 90, do 45. Work your way through, and then when you get to the end, if you've still got time, you can always go back to the start and do another 50, another 45, so that eventually you're actually completing all the reps, but you've got that time cap there. So a couple of different ways of going about that. So I'll show you all these movements, step ups or step overs, just depending on where you're at and what you've got available. Plank toe taps, I'll need to show you. Russian swings, we've done them a few times already, still going to show you though, don't worry. Single arm snatches, seated V-tucks, more step ups, bent over rows, down and ups, which we'll go over, thrusters, and more step ups at the end to finish. So let's have a wee look at how we can go about this. So for the step ups, doesn't need to be high, okay? So it can be any height that you happen to have. Could be a doorstep, could be a step like that. That's absolutely fine. If you don't have anything to step up onto, then I suggest that you just step over something. And again, that'll be fine. Okay, for the plank toe taps, I'll do this over here. For the plank toe taps, I would suggest that you maybe have like a slightly higher surface than this. But much like you, I've just kind of got to work with whatever I've got available to me. So the standard version of these is your hands are on the floor when you do this. This is a scaled version, hands go on a surface. Support your weight with your shoulders over your wrists, and then you're just going to move one foot out to the side at a time. The higher the surface, the easier this is going to be for you, so try and pick a surface that makes it doable. The Russian swings, so just with like your little stuffed bag or your cushion or your kettlebell of choice, swinging just to chest height. Now when you do these, make sure that it's all about hinging here at your hips. Okay, not too much bend in your knees, your feet stay flat on the floor. Okay, so not very much knee bend, you're not sitting down, okay? You're just leaning over at your hips and keeping your back nice and flat. And it's that lean over and stand up that helps the weight to swing. The single arm snatches, we've done them a few times as well. Some sort of water bottle. If you are kind of thinking that maybe you could go a wee bit heavier, then you could always fill this full of rice, full of pebbles, full of like screws or nuts and bolts, nails, that sort of thing, and try and add a wee bit of weight to it. The movement goes from the floor between your feet. It's going to travel up, lead with your shoulder, then with your elbow, so the weight stays below your elbow at that stage, and then just flicks up overhead. You're driving this through your legs, and it should be quite a nice, easy turn over at the top. So you're not coming to here with your elbow down here next to your belly button and then pressing up. You're leading up with your elbow and then turning over at the top. The seated V-tucks. Okay, so whatever it is that you've got to sit on, whether it's the sofa or a little chair, legs out in front of you, just put your hands behind you, and you're going to either do this with your feet never touching the floor, okay, or touch your feet off the floor, tuck up, touch your feet off the floor. You can do these sitting on the floor as well. Let me just show you actually. So if you're scaling up a little, put your hands on the floor, legs go out, legs come in, or feet touch the floor, knees tuck in. Then we're back to the step ups again. Bent over rows after that, so your bent over rows can be done either holding your weight, so I'll need to go this way because I want my hands to be a wee bit further apart. Okay, so you bend over at your hips, and you're pulling the weight up into your body. You want to keep your elbow next to your body, tucked in, and not sticking out to the side when you do this, but the weight's going to come right up and touch the body. If you do this with one water bottle, or maybe you've got two, so say you're just doing it with one, same idea, leaned over at your hips, nice flat back, and the weight's going to come up roughly to your rib cage, it's not coming up to here, okay, so it's coming up to your ribs. If you're doing that with one weight, just keep switching hands and keep it even. Then the down and ups. Down and ups are a bit like a burpee, okay? We're going to use our weighted surface. So if you can, put your hands on the surface, jump back, jump in, stand up. So there's no jump and clap, okay? So you just jump out, jump in, stand up. If you can't jump, okay, that's fine. Take a step out, step in, and stand. Again, the height of the raised surface is going to make all the difference there. The thrusters, so with your chair, if you've got, you can do this with no weight. Okay, just have your hands at your shoulders, stand, reach overhead. Okay, or you can do it with your weight. You hold that in front of you, keep your elbows below it, stand, press. Okay. You can also do that with your single weight, and you just go one hand at a time. Totally fine. Again, just split the reps evenly between the two sides. Then you're going to finish off with 10 step ups at the end. Again, going back to what I said earlier on, feel free to half the number of reps, work your way through it, and then if you've still got time, go back to the start and do it again. These chippers are nice, they keep you moving, keep you going. Don't aim for this to be like high intensity. If somebody was to come in and talk to you, you should be able to talk to them. That's the kind of effort level. Feel like you're just challenging yourself a little, but you're not pushing your boundaries too much. Okay? If you've ever got any questions about these workouts, drop me a message, I'd love to hear from you. Okay? And otherwise, good luck and enjoy.